What's your rank? Are you stuck in one of these 3 ranks? How many hours have you played up to now? Only a few hundred? Maybe less than 100? Do you want to improve your skills with high speed towards Supersonic Legend? Or do you just want to play this game casually a few times a week? Well, I can tell you one thing. If you want to rank up fast in Rocket League, although you just started playing, this video is perfect for you and I promise it will boost your rank to the next level. Welcome to this video, my dudes. Most of the players need to play a few hours to get to know the game when starting from scratch. It is important to just play as many hours as possible in the beginning in order to learn the physics of the game. But you can definitely speed up this process. Instead of wasting hundreds of hours to get used to the game and its physics, I'll show you the basics of competitive Rocket League. They still apply in higher ranks, but a few parameters change throughout your learning curve. The first stop is your camera setting. The most important setting there is the camera shake. If you haven't turned it off already, make sure to do so. Besides that, make sure to set the FOV to a higher value than standard. If you set it to a higher value, you can see more of the field, but it generates kind of a fisheye effect. The other camera settings are preference and you should find the perfect settings for yourself, but I suggest using the settings of a high level or pro player as a base. There are a bunch of pro presets to choose from. You can also see the description to each setting on the bottom of the window. If you want to copy my settings, you can find all of them on my Discord. Now I have 2 tips for you that most players are not aware of in the beginning. If you go to the interface tab, you have the option to change the size of the nameplates. I have set this value to 150% so I don't have any problems spotting the opponents and teammates on the field. Moreover, I have changed the match notifications to time updates only so that most of the notifications, which potentially block my sight, are disabled. Under the video tab, make sure to uncheck bloom, light shafts and lens flares. These settings only serve beauty purposes, but they can also block your vision if enabled. For example, when you look in the sun, your vision on everything else gets blocked. If you have a SCUF controller like me, I suggest watching the video about my SCUF settings. If you have no idea what exactly a SCUF controller is or why I have a SCUF, you can watch this video right here. You don't have to buy a SCUF for Rocket League. A standard PS4 or Xbox controller is also good enough. You don't even have to use a controller. There are also pro players who play with keyboard and mouse. I don't have the perfect settings for this, but I can say that you don't have to change that much on KBM. So there's nothing wrong with leaving the default settings in the beginning. If I would play with a standard controller though, I would have similar settings to the ones I have now, but a few things would be different. Let's start from the default settings, top to bottom. I recommend changing the boost to R1 and power slide to L1. You should change the air roll function to L1 as well. Because of that, I would change the scoreboard and reset ball button to either square or circle. I'd pick circle for this one and put an air roll function on square to be able to half flip, but that's not important for you right now. With these settings you have to use both of your middle and index fingers for the upper buttons to be able to spin around like crazy while playing Rocket League. Again, you have to experiment with the sensitivities to adapt them to your preferences. By the way, turn off controller vibration to avoid being distracted. Now let's get to the in-game tips. When playing a sweaty rank game, try to be a good teammate. What I mean by that is be supportive and don't be toxic. Try to pass the ball to your teammate, and if your teammate misses the ball, try to back him up and don't rush to the ball as soon as there's a slight chance to reach it, although your teammate is right next to it. I know it can be fun to chase the ball, but if you want to rank up, that's how you're gonna do it. The most important thing you can learn from online matches with other people is positioning. The majority of your shooting skills don't come from just playing online matches. You have to practice them in free play or in certain training packs to get better and be more consistent in an online match. The training plays a big role in Rocket League. You should practice new moves over and over, and sometime you will have the opportunity to implement them in your online gameplay. There are many moves to learn in this game, but as a beginner you should focus on your positioning, your shooting accuracy and how supportive you are. If you want to start getting on the next level, here I have 5 training packs for beginners. If you already mastered the standard trainings, make sure to check them out in order to learn new skills. I will also put them in the description, so you only have to copy and paste the training codes. If you say you're already good enough to practice even more difficult shots, check out my video about my top 5 training packs that helped me get to where I am now. Basically, Rocket League is a game where timing is everything. Split seconds decide whether a shot is good or not. If it will bang on the net or just roll gently towards it. Pro players are only pro players because they have the best timing and accuracy. They also spend thousands of hours to be that good. I hope this video was helpful for you as a beginner. If so, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more awesome content and start the grind now. See you in the next one. Peace out.